Hi, sir. Welcome to Mercom India Renewable Summit 2025. Thank you. Thank you. You are a leader in the EPC segment. So, also, I want to understand what are the various, solar services offered by your company?
Yeah, so Hartek, as you rightly said, we are one of the largest engineering construction companies of India. We primarily operate through three business units. One being power systems, which is our transmission distribution business, where we set up the substations up to 765 kV. We are also a market leader in that. Then solar is something we started in 2009, 2010. In fact, we were part of India's first grid connected 2 megawatt solar plant, and in our solar EPC, we of course do utility scale and also rooftop. And in the land base, we partner with large PSU state developers and large platforms to meet their decarbonization goals. We're third largest currently, and rooftop also is something that we are very passionate about because fundamentally we feel that solar was always meant to be installed on rooftops. It's the only source of power which is distributed in nature. So I think the rooftop is also a very, we are a market leader in that as well. And our third business is power distribution products, where we basically manufacture a complete set of electrical panels and power distribution products used in our projects. So that is how we're integrated. And you'll be happy to know, and all your listeners will be happy to know that Hitech is among the only or very few companies in the country which is building a 765 kV substation, which is also building a 300 megawatt utility scale solar EPC project, which is also building a 10 megawatt rooftop and also manufacturing electrical panels. There are very less companies in the entire country which is completely building the value chain. And we feel that the future is very bright for not only Hitech, but for the entire country.
So, sir, I want to understand what are the major challenges faced by EPC players in the country today?
Look, challenges, every challenge comes with an opportunity. But fundamentally, if you say that, what has been Hartek's biggest strength? Our biggest strength has been our engineering, project management, and execution capabilities. For a EPC company, it is very easy to increase order book, to, announce big press releases.
Yeah.
But ultimately, for any infrastructure company, whether it is in power, solar, or roads, or any other where infrastructure is being built, it is important that one should focus on execution. And our focus and why we've been a market leader and loved by our customers is that we are insanely focused on our executing the projects and handing over, because uh, the problem that we are solving for our customer, right, is that for them that power plant is a revenue source. And when we install and complete that project within time, the revenue starts to the customer. Right. So I think that is where our focus is. Having said that, you asked about challenges, and our opportunity also brings in challenges that, this sector, I've spoken in the inaugural session as well, that this sector has grown very fast, very quickly. As a result, the manpower has not been trained adequately. Right. Unfortunately, today also in our engineering curriculum, solar, hydrogen, storage is not being taught. So that is a big challenge, and there is a very big skill gap. So, that is one of the biggest challenge, I think, not only for EPC, but I think the entire sector is facing that challenge. There is enough investment attracting the sector. There is enough demand and supply. Right. But I think there have to be skilled people who also execute and build career in this sector.
Right, right. So, the module prices have been on the rise. How have they been impacting project cost and viability?
Look, we are as you mentioned, we are a market leader, and a lot of these projects that we do, we also hedge in a lot of these prices going forward. And as an engineering construction company, our idea is to deliver the best possible quality project, right, at the lowest cost, because it is a cost sensitive market. So with strategic collaborations, having been so many years in this market, that strategic collaborations definitely help. But having said that, today customers are also much aware about where the cost is going. And I think more than us or more than any developer, customer is more informed about the decisions that they're taking. So I think through strategic collaborations, we are able to build these great, whether it is rooftop projects or utility scale or even on the grid side. So we are able to contribute towards the overall ecosystem.
So, which segments, from which segment do you see majority of the demand? Rooftop, ground mounted? Which segment do you see?
So all of them, in fact, our power system business is, what we do in our power system business. We, in fact, the biggest challenge in the morning also they were talking is grid integration. So all solar is also facing the challenge of grid integration, and we are among the market leader building substations across India. So I think all our businesses, whether it is our power system business or solar EPC business or our power distribution products business, we are growing at a great pace. But to answer your question, I feel that solar EPC land-based business, because it's a larger volume business, of course, gives a lot of growth on that aspect. But our other businesses definitely adds value to our offering.
All right. So, do you think India's current solar and module manufacturing capacity can meet the growing demand for solar in India today?
Well, I was hearing in the morning that they're saying that there are 250 gigawatt now. So I don't know whether the situation of Indian solar panel manufacturing will become like a China situation where there is a lot of oversupply. I can't really comment on that because, one is your installed capacity, one is your actual utilization capacity. So both are very different. But having said that, uh, of course, there is enough demand right now. If we are installing, let's say, 30, 40 gigawatt a year, we did, I think, 34 gigawatt last year. If we did 34 gigawatt last year, um, it, solar panel manufacturers are announcing that they're 200 gigawatt plus, etc. So I am very worried that there might be a China situation again and the oversupply issue might be there. But my request is, today a lot of these manufacturers, assemblers were enjoying the export market in the past few years. But now with such volatility and a policy being changed, I think they should be relooking at it once again.
Right, right. Artec is also invested in the transformer sector as well. So, what are the bottlenecks you see in the transformer supply chain?
The manufacturer of transform power system is one of our core businesses where we where we actually do EPC and build the infrastructure of the grid up to 765 kV. But having said that, since all these supply chain sell to us, there is a big challenge. In fact, not only with transformers but equipments like circuit breakers, isolators, control relay panels. There, we keep talking about supply chain of solar panels, but more than that. We are talking about oversupply in solar panels, but there are not enough good quality manufacturers, high voltage in the extra high voltage segment. So I think that is something that I would really urge, because the government has been very passionately building this sector over the last many years, that we want good quality manufacturers to come in the EHV and HV sector, which will also accelerate our journey towards renewables and net zero.
Right, right. There was a lot of confusion about the ISTS waiver expiring, yes, whether it will be
About the
ISTS waiver. So, did you see a rushing of projects being completed before ISTS waiver?
Definitely, yeah, no, it is very obvious. But as I said that India is already a very long-term economy now. When we talk about power sector per se, I think our policy decisions have to be more long-term than 2030 also.
Right.
And I think we are now seeing that in all the actions that have been done at the ground level.
Right, right. So, what sort of policy and regulatory changes do you think is needed to for India to reach its ambition?
Definitely, I think I spoke in the morning regarding this. I think the government has been fantastically building and accelerating the solar and renewable sector.
Right.
But I also feel that the focus should be on the transmission distribution sector, the power system sector, where large good manufacturers are given incentives like what they did in the PLI scheme with solar panel manufacturers. To manufacture EHV, HV equipments to reduce the lead time, because solar plant can be ready, let's say, in 6 months, but the grid and these transformers and the equipments take about 18 months.
Yeah.
So to reduce that both the value chain are finished in 6 months, that is one. And secondly, I've even mentioned during the budget when it was released, is the right of way. That is a very, very important issue right now. And, you also be, Percom has also been very aggressively writing on right of way and the delays of projects. I think ROW issues are something that has to be taken head on by the government, and I think they're taking a lot of measures because the delay happens at ROW issues, and a lot of these investors, if they face these issues a lot, because as you are also aware, a lot of these large investor funds are also investing in India, so they would want ease of business and ease of policy, whereas the government has done a fantastic job, but ROW and incentivizing manufacturing in the EHV and HV spaces are the need of the hour.
Right, right, right. So, what was the strategy behind Hartech investing higher capacity in every sector that it specializes in? Like, what is a
There's no strategy, being a market leader, we understand, as an engineering construction company, at the core, we are engineers. And we also have to be aware that what is the problem that is there in the market. Today, 400 kV, 765 kV, as we have to reduce our losses,
right?
we have to move towards the extra high voltage. And that is the expertise that we've built. Whether it is our solar EPC utility scale, we're building 300 megawatt. Recently, we commissioned, I think it was on the fastest project execution we've done. It was a 434 megawatt DC and 300 megawatt AC project that we recently commissioned in the district of Philodi.
Right.
So I think the focus strategy is very simple: to focus on execution, to deliver projects within timeline, and to ensure quality and safety at all aspects.
So, like, lastly, sir, like, can you share some insight on what are the expansion plans for Hartech in the coming years?
That's a I keep getting a lot of these questions that, how are they growing? We recently announced that by 2030, we'll be a 10,000 crore company, etc. But I think fundamentally, if you ask me that as an organization, we are at a sweet spot. We are building the grid infrastructure. We're building the renewable infrastructure, both utility scale rooftop. We're also on the power distribution side. I think fundamentally, as an organization, there is enough work for everybody. Any market leader per se would have enough work. I think what we are focusing on is our strong belief in executing these projects.
Right.
I'm repeating myself a lot because I know what the pain point of my customer is timely execution. And if I can solve that, we'll continue to be a market leader. And, Hartech has never been a company which has been, focusing on press releases and big announcements. I think we are a company that has just put their head down and just executed and worked very hard to build this sector. And, we'll continue to play our small little part in nation building as we accelerate towards this historic energy transition towards renewables and net zero.
All right, sir, that's all the questions I have for you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks a lot, man.
Thank you. Thank you.